वेलकम यू ऑल। इसके बाद आज का जो क्वेश्चन है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन लॉ ऑफ दिस प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन के बाद आज का जो लॉस उसके बाद जो इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन था 5 मार्क्स का जो पूछा जा सकता है, दैट्स पैरेललोग्राम लॉ ऑफ वेक्टर्स। पैरेललोग्राम लॉ ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशन, and you have to find here the direction of this magnitude of r resultant and the direction. आपको एक magnitude ढूंढना है and आपको direction ढूंढनी है इसकी। To find out the direction and magnitude of a resultant between the two vectors using parallelogram law of vector addition. In case of parallelogram law of vector addition, you have two vectors having angle theta between them, and you have to find out the resultant and to calculate the result, the magnitude of the resultant and the direction part. And when does the magnitude is maximum and when does it's minimum? किस एंगल पे आपका मैग्नीट्यूड रिजल्टेंट का मैक्सिमम होगा और किस एंगल पे इसका वैल्यू मिनिमम होगा। सो हम सीधे एक चलते हैं इस क्वेश्चन पे। इसमें कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं लिखना है। लेट्स कंसिडर टू वेक्टर्स। लेट्स कंसिडर टू वेक्टर्स A and B. Let theta be the angle between the two vectors. तो हम कैसे अब R ढूंढेंगे? Let this is a vector A. Suppose this is vector A, and this is a vector B. And this angle theta, थोड़ा मैं बड़ी ही डायग्राम बना लूंगा। लेट्स कंसिडर एंगल दिस वेक्टर A and this is vector B, and this is here angle theta, the angle between the two vectors. What does parallelogram says? We have to draw parallel another vector A here, draw the parallel vector A here, and draw the parallel vector B here. बोर्ड एग्जाम में आपको ज्यादा सोचना नहीं है, बस वो जो आपसे पूछा जा रहा है उसका आंसर देना है। सीधे डायग्राम ड्रा करो। लेट दिस वेक्टर A, it's a vector B. What we did, we draw another vector A parallel to A, and we draw another vector B parallel to B. If we use simply triangular law, then A is going in this direction and then is going to this direction. Your result will be like this. But since we have to do it analytically using the parallelogram law of vector addition, let R be the resultant, that is in this direction, this R, then this is R, और इसी R का हमने मैग्नीट्यूड और डायरेक्शन पार्ट चेक करना है। This angle, don't get confused, this angle is between A and B, and there is another angle alpha or beta, you can write beta. This is the angle that resultant vector made with one of the vector. ये जो बीटा है, this is only used to calculate the direction part, but the actual angle between the two vectors is theta. So theta is the angle between two vectors and beta is the angle that the resultant vector made with one of the vector A, and this beta is only useful for direction part. It is to be used to calculate the direction, and theta is the angle, actual angle between the two vectors. So don't confuse beta and theta. Theta, I'm repeating again, theta is the angle between A and B, and beta is the angle that the resultant R is making with one of the vector A, and this beta is for the direction of the resultant, because हमें दो चीजें ढूंढनी है, magnitude part and direction part. So this beta is only for direction, to calculate the direction. So this is the representation, geometrical representation of this two vectors using parallelogram. Let this is O, say this is P, this is point Q, and this is R. Now how we can prove analytically this parallelogram law of vectors? So let's consider now, as I write, let this OA vector is produced, and we draw a perpendicular from Q L. This QL is a perpendicular produced on OP vector. यानी कि वेक्टर A को हमने प्रोड्यूस किया, उस पे हमने QL perpendicular डाल दिया. Now since these two lines are parallel, because B is parallel to B, it's like B, this is another B, and I draw the line like this. Vector A, I produce it, then this angle and this angle is equal. Corresponding angles. So ये जो theta है, this will be also theta. Don't compare it with beta. Beta silent रहने दो. Beta कुछ नहीं है. ये एक line है B, ये another line B है. I draw the transversal this. Then this theta and this theta is equal because of corresponding angle. So to find out the R, there's a magnitude part. I will use this right angle triangle OQL. Before that, let me calculate this theta using sine and cos. In triangle that you see in triangle PLQ, in triangle or QPL, sine theta will be equal to sine theta will be perpendicular, that's QL, upon hypotenuse, that is PQ. So this will be equal to, QL will be equal to PQ sine theta, and you know PQ is equal to B. So I can write QL is equal to B sine theta. Similarly, I can calculate this cos theta from this very angle because I need these things. Cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse in same triangle. QPL, your PL is base upon hypotenuse, again PQ. So you can write cos PQ cos theta is equal to PL. So this implies PQ is again B. So PL is equal to B cos theta. So you calculated PL. एक तो आपने PL calculate किया and you calculated QL. एक तो आपने QL calculate किया क्योंकि हमें ये वेक्टर पता था लेकिन ये दो हमें पता नहीं थे. ये दो हमने calculate किया using this triangle and using the trigonometric function sine and cos. Now this is the bigger triangle. This one bigger triangle. This and this and this is again right angle triangle. मैंने इससे पहले ये छोटी right angle triangle ले ली, वहां से मैंने sine और cos calculate किया. Now I did the bigger triangle. This it's again base square, that's OL square plus perpendicular square QL square is equal to OQ square, that's R. So in triangle OQL we have that's OQ square is equal to this OL square plus QL square. Now you have to simply substitute. So OQ is equal to R square is equal to OL. As OL is OP plus PL. OL is OP plus PL. That's OP plus PL square plus QL square. Now you can substitute here OP and PL since you have PL given, you have QL given, and you have OP given, that is A vector. So you can substitute. R square comes out to be equal to this is A plus B whole square using formula A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. Instead of AB you have OP. Yeah, better is हम substitution करेंगे पहले. OP is equal to A vector plus PL is equal to B cos theta square plus QL is B sin theta square. This will come out to be equal to A plus B whole square. You can substitute A square plus B square, that is B square cos square theta प्लस ट्वाइस ए बी प्लस 2 2 फॉर्मूला का है, ए बी ए के बदले ए है और बी के बदले है बी कॉस थीटा प्लस बी स्क्वायर साइन स्क्वायर थीटा, बी स्क्वायर साइन स्क्वायर थीटा. You see a plus b whole square, that's a square plus b square, b के बदले b cos theta is b square cos square theta plus 2ab, that's 2 plus 2ab, 2a के बदले a ही है, b के बदले b cos theta is b square sin square theta, वो अपना ही है. So your r square will come out to be equal to is now a square, यहाँ भी b square है, यहाँ भी b square है, कॉमन निकालते हैं, plus b square, this is cos square theta plus sin square theta, and it is sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2ab cos theta. So this sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So your r is equal to, r square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is the magnitude part, or you can write it like this, r is equal to square इधर जाएगा, you can write a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is the required magnitude that you have to calculate it between the two vectors having an angle theta between them. Then this r can be calculated. So first of all, you just draw a vector A and vector B, then you draw the parallel vector for both the vectors, then you will produce the OA with this OP vector, means A vector, you will produce, and you will draw the QL perpendicular, then this theta and this theta is equal to, it's a right angle triangle, this from this very small right angle triangle, you can calculate using trigonometric function sine and cos, you can calculate these two parts, this PL and QL, then from this very bigger triangle, this right angle triangle, you can calculate R using this simply a theorem, PGD, that is base square plus perpendicular square is equal to hypotenuse square. Then you substitute the respective values and you will get the last, that R is equal to under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is related to the magnitude part only, and you have only theta angle here, and you are calculate, if you know the theta, suppose between the two vectors, substitute that very theta, substitute the magnitude of A, substitute the magnitude of B, you will get the resultant part. Then you will not get the direction part. For that direction part, you have to move with respect to this angle, that is beta. So let's now calculate. I hope you have put down this. Now let's calculate for the direction part. Now how to calculate the direction part? We have calculated R, resultant is equal to under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is what we calculated. Now for the direction part, direction is always used by calculating the angle of tan theta. Tan theta gives the direction. So this tan, not theta now, beta. This is tan beta. That's tan beta is equal to, इसका perpendicular जो है, that is QL, and divided by, that's perpendicular divided by base. Base is OP plus PL. It's OP plus PL. This QL is equal to B sin theta as already calculated from this triangle. You know it. Already calculated this B sin theta, and OP is equal to A, and this PL is B cos theta. So your formula for direction is tan beta is equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. So again, this beta is a direction part of angle, and you have to calculate it out of theta. Knowing the theta, then you can find out the direction, because it is related and is with respect to one of the vector. So your beta is the angle that resultant is making with one of the vector, and it is also calculated that tan beta is calculated with one of this with respect to theta, that is between the two vectors. So this is the direction part, and this is the resultant part. This hence you calculated the resultant part of the resultant and the direction part. Now the question is, when is the maximum and when is minimum? Where changing this theta, say suppose first case, if theta is 0 degree, that is two vectors A and B are parallel, that is theta is equal to 0. What will be the R and what will be the tan in this direction? So your R will be equal to under root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 0 degree. And you know cos 0 degree is 1. So you write R is equal to under root of A square plus B square plus 2AB. You know this is a formula, A square plus B square plus 2AB. So R is equal to A plus B square, it's root, square root cancel, R is equal to A plus B. So when your theta is 0, you can add two vectors algebraically. There is no need to go through using the vector laws. If two vectors, say suppose 3i and another vector is 7j, you write them algebraically, it is 10j. Simply you can add them. Now second case is, if theta is 90 degree, that is one of the vector is like this, another is like this. A यहाँ से जा रहा है, B यहाँ से जा रहा है. For calculating the magnitude part between the two vectors only, magnitude part के लिए you can use the algebraic law simply when two vectors are parallel. For the perpendicular two vectors when theta is 90, so the R will be equal to under root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 90. And cos 90 is 0, so this portion will become 0. You get R is equal to under root of A square plus B square. So simply, when two vectors are perpendicular to each other, just use this Pythagoras theorem. If you have this one of the vector, say 5i, this is 3j, and angle is 90 degree, just add them using the Pythagoras theorem. Then R resultant is equal to A square plus B square under root of A square plus B square. Here the angle was 0 degree between the two vectors. Here the angle is 90 degree between two vectors. And resultant is under root of A square plus B square. And here theta is 0, resultant is A plus B, simple ended. Now, if the theta is, the two vectors are opposite to each other. The two vectors, if theta is 180 degree, means one of vector is in this direction A and another is in this direction B, and angle is 180 degree, then what will be the resultant part? R will be equal to under root of A square plus B square minus 2 plus 2AB cos 180, and cos 180 is always minus 1, you know it. So your R will be equal to under root of A square plus B square, this is 180 minus 1, यहाँ पे minus 1 multiply that minus plus minus, get 2AB, and this is formula under root of A square plus B square, this A minus B whole square. If I break this, you get A square plus B square minus 2AB, then square root gets cancelled, you will get R equal to A minus B. So the maximum value that you can have is when theta is 0 degree, and minimum value you can have when theta is 180 degree. Your R is the maximum for theta 0 between the two vectors, and your R is minimum for theta 180 degree between the two vectors. So this, if A minus B, and you will get when theta is 180 degree, R minimum, and your R maximum when theta is 0 degree. Further I will go for this. For the question that you were asked in the previous exams, maybe it can be asked again, but to find out the maximum and minimum, you have to calculate that at theta is 0, the result will be maximum because you are supposed to add algebraically, and when theta is 180 degree, your value is minimum because you have to subtract also algebraically. But when theta is 90, you can try to use the Pythagoras theorem simply. So now how to calculate the theta direction part? For theta, this tan beta is equal to b sine theta. So if theta was 0 degree, your tan beta is equal to b sine of 0 divided by a plus b cos 0. ऊपर वाला 0 ही बनेगा, sin 0 is 0, this whole becomes 0. So tan beta is equal to 0. So tan beta is equal to tan 0 degree. Cancel, so beta is equal to 0. This indicates if vector A is along this direction, theta is 0, so vector B is along the same direction, so R will be also along the same direction. So resultant भी इसी direction में होगा, along the direction of both the vectors. Now second case, if theta is 90 degree, what will happen? If theta is 90 degree, then tan beta will be equal to, simply substitute b sine 90 divided by a plus b cos 90. b cos 90 is 0, sin 90 is 1. You get tan beta is equal to b divided by a. So direction is simply division of perpendicular vector divided by this horizontal vector. So if theta is 180 degree, then your direction is tan beta is equal to b sine 180 degree divided by a plus b cos 180 degree. It's again 0. Here in this part, the sine 180 degree, when vector between two vectors, angle is 180 degree, they suppose this is a and this is b. The direction of the resultant depends upon whether b is greater than a or a is greater than b. If b is greater than a, the resultant will be along this direction. If a, this is b. If a is greater than b, then r will be along this direction. So depending upon the value of a and b in case of 180 degree angle, your resultant will be decided which one of the vector is greater. If b is greater than a, the direction of the vector will be along the b. If a is greater than b, then direction of the vector will be along this a. So this was the parallelogram law of vectors, and it is a value of the resultant when at what angle the value of the resultant will be maximum, and at what angle the value of the resultant will be minimum, and how to calculate the direction part using this tan beta is equal to b sine theta plus a plus b cos theta. And further, the most important thing was that r making an angle beta, the direction angle, with the one of the vector, and theta is the angle between the two vectors. There should be no confusion between beta and theta. And also this theta is equal to this theta because of corresponding, because these two lines are parallel and we have drawn a transversal like, then these two theta and these two angles are equal, and you can use this very much method that this triangle you can use to calculate sine and cos, then using OQL, bigger angle, bigger triangle, to calculate the resultant part. This is a very important question. Thank you very much.